I was this close to buying what looked like the perfect Fire TV stick killer on eBay. £58 for a Dell Mini PC. i5, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of SSD storage, Wi-Fi and Windows. For basically the price of a streaming stick. The seller had 100% positive feedback from over 1,000 buyers, and on paper, it is the perfect budget living room PC. But right before I hit buy it now, I spotted one tiny hidden detail in the photos that made me instantly stop. If you're hunting for cheap mini PCs on eBay right now, stick around because this one detail could save you a massive headache. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what made me back out, what it means for you, and the smart questions you need to ask before you buy. Let's dive in. The appeal of the Dell OptiPlex 3050 Micro is obvious. It gives you full desktop freedom, proper browsers, Kodi, emulators, in a box the size of a hardback book. But a box this tiny has a strict physical limit on cooling. To stop these things melting, Dell normally uses low voltage processors in these tiny microsystems. Usually you would see an i5 7500T. Now that little T at the end is the secret code for low power, low heat. But look at the system screenshot from this bargain listing. It explicitly says Intel iCore i5 7500 at 3.4 GHz. There's no T. That is the full-fat 65-watt desktop version of the chip. And while a faster processor sounds like a massive win, in a case this small, it is actually a trap. So what does this actually mean for you if you buy it? There are two scenarios here, and neither one is something I'd like to ignore. Scenario 1, the seller actually took that full-fat power desktop chip and crammed it into the tiny micro motherboard. They share the same socket, so it will physically fit. But the moment you boot up a heavy emulator or try to stream a high bitrate 4K movie, that processor is going to demand more power. The tiny power brick can't supply it, and the microscopic fan can't cool it. And that's where the bargain could turn into a headache. The PC could overheat, throttle hard, the fan could get seriously loud, and your frame rates could tank. In the worst case, you could end up with crashes, shutdowns, and it could sound like a jet engine next to your TV. Now, a quick question for you. Have you ever bought used tech on eBay that arrived with completely different specs than the listing? Drop your horror stories in the comments because I know I'm not the only one catching these. Scenario 2 is that the seller is just running a high volume warehouse. They tested a much larger Dell PC earlier in the day, took a screenshot of those specs and uploaded them to this listing. You might actually receive the correct lower power T processor in the mail, but it highlights a massive issue when buying cheap ex-office PCs right now. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not saying the seller is doing anything dodgy. The feedback looks excellent, the price is believable, and this could be a completely genuine listing. That's actually why I think it's such a useful example. Because this isn't some obvious fake listing with terrible photos and no feedback. This is the kind of listing most people would probably trust. You see an i5, 8 gigs of RAM, an SSD, built-in Wi-Fi and Windows 10 for a dirt cheap price. And you think, yeah, that'll do. But with these mini PCs, the small details really matter. An i5 7500 and an i5 7500T are not the same thing. And since we're in 2026 and Windows 10 support is officially dead, buying this means you need a plan. Are you forcing a Windows 11 upgrade? Are you putting Linux on it? Or just using it as our offline retro box? So if you are searching for the best cheap mini PC for TV, keep this simple checklist in mind. 1. Match the chassis size to the processor. If it's got a tiny case, look for a low-powered chip, usually a T or a U in the CPU name. Verify the power brick is actually included. Message the seller to confirm the exact screenshot matches the physical box, and check if a drive is included. So for now, I've paused on this £57 mini PC. Not because I'm saying it's definitely bad, but because one detail didn't quite add up. I'm still determined to prove that a cheap office PC can replace a Firestick for living room entertainment. I'm hunting down the perfect machine right now, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss that build. Can a cheap office mini PC actually beat a Firestick in the living room? Maybe, but it has to be the right machine. Would you take a chance on this listing if the seller confirmed the details? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel. There are also more ways to show your support by popping over to X and giving me a follow over there, subscribing to my second YouTube channel, unboxd.tech, and by joining channel memberships for access to our private members only chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.